Hello, 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 hello. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Life on a Budget with D. This is the channel where I share with you, well, my life on a budget. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dee, and I am a recent divorcee. I don't know what's considered recent. It's been 2 years ago, so I'm still in a healing process of, especially financial healing process of my divorce. And they say typically it takes 5 years to financially or mentally regather yourself after the divorce. So I'm still on that journey, and y'all are here on the ride. I typically don't introduce myself in that way, but hey, let's do it today because it's a new month. It's starting for October. So I just thought it would be a good idea for me to say a little background story about myself. Before I start the month of October, what I normally do, I look at my non-monthly expense at a glance sheet, and this sheet is a sheet that helps me capture all expenses that are not monthly that I need to remember that is coming up and that needs to be paid for. So what I do, I check this out to verify if anything is happening in the current month or the month to come, which is October, and it shows that I do not have any irregular expense for this month coming up. But it does show that I need to prepare for next year in my annual review. And what that means is that I'm currently coming out with some videos, which has been hard. I'm already behind doing these videos, doing my annual budget, and I am preparing for 2023. So I'm gonna have like a extra playlist where I am going through the steps of me preparing for next year. I enjoy doing those things. Like for example, these right here, I'm gonna have to review my notes right here. I do use the information that I gather over the years to project or forecast what will happen next year, if that makes sense. So I start here and then I go into preparing for my monthly budget. So we're gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna just walk you through it or talk you through what I'm doing. Enjoy. All right, you guys, we just looked at my non-monthly expense at a glance sheet, and now I am reviewing the month of September. What I am doing, I'm going to transfer all my monthly bills and expenses over to October and get rid of any irregular bills or expenses that I had for the month of September that's not transferable. I then update my cash envelope system to make sure it is up to date, and I also update my monthly asset review sheet so that I am able to keep track of all my income source throughout the month. This is where I keep a tally up of all my monthly actuals. The next thing I do, I go to my monthly inflow assignment sheet, and it sounds exactly what it is for. I do assign each inflow source. So what I do, once I have made the monthly budget, I transfer that budget over to these two worksheets. And you may be thinking to yourself, why? That is so redundant. Well, I do have my reasons. This is because back in the day, becoming a newly estranged / divorcee, like I'm in the process of divorcing, my income fluctuates so much. Sometimes I have 4 streams of income. Sometimes I had no streams of income, and my money kept on changing. So I was adamant in finding a solution to this problem to make sure that I had a budgeting system that was always stable, even when my money was not. So I had worked very hard on these sheets, and I finally found a solution to my problem. So if I have more money coming in, I will know how to assign it. If I have less money coming in, I'll know how to assign it, because I can review it right here on these sheets on how much I have left for each inflow source, and it has been a game changer, and I'm so happy that I created it. So now I break down each inflow source into its own budgeting sheet, which I call my paycheck / assignment sheet. So once I already assign each inflow source to a bill or a portion of a bill, I transfer all those items over to its individual budgeting sheet and I write them down. Once I do that, I then identify the paydays and the due dates for these bills and expenses, and I plan accordingly. So if I have something that's due on the 21st of October, I will make sure that that bill is paid on the 14th paycheck instead of the 21st paycheck, so I can make sure it's due on time. This method has been very helpful for me because I'm able to identify what is left on each paycheck, and I also can have a glance at pay dates and due dates all on one sheet, and I can assign accordingly. I do the same thing for my monthly rollover. I write it down. It's just how I am. I'm detailed with it. I also do the same thing with my child support. I normally split my expenses in half between each check that I get from my child support. I get paid bi-weekly for my child support, and I put it down right there. And then I also do the same thing for savings. I am now ready to update and decorate my calendar. I normally have the calendars back to back from one another, but I decided that this month I'm gonna put like the pay date and due date in the schedule in the front, and then the assign paycheck here in between me going into the weeks. So I'm gonna start decorating. Stay tuned. Normally, when I do this activity, I normally have my iPad on where I, listen to my Bible app, or I watch one of my favorite YouTube video. It's a way I could kill two birds with one stone. I love this activity. I haven't done how you call it, decorating my planner in a very long time. So to be able to start back doing this, it reminds me how much I enjoyed this. It is time consuming, but if you are a person who see budgeting as a hobby, it's not time consuming at all. It's like your way of getting away from it all. So yeah, some people try to run from budgeting. I just embrace it full heartedly. Enjoy. Okay, so I just finished up with this first calendar, and it came out okay. I think I'm pleased with it. So this calendar is for my schedule. This captured the paydays, when I'm gonna get my child support, when my bills are due, and the schedule I'm going to implement on how I'm going to take care of my budgeting task is all set, ready to go. I am now going to go over, and I have another calendar. So now I'm going to use my second calendar. This is like my paycheck and deposit sheet. So I'm going to start on my second calendar, and then I'm gonna start budgeting by each pay week. Enjoy. All right, so I used this set of calendar because I just broke down each paycheck deposits on the assignment sheet, and I just want to mark it down on the calendar. It becomes overwhelming when everything is on one calendar, so I had to divide it into two different calendars. Good morning. I fell asleep, you guys. I surely fell asleep. I've been timing how long this process takes me. And I know at the beginning of the month, it does take me a while to get my paperwork together for my budget every month. So I normally just break it down. This would be an easier process if I already had this as a printed planner. But I'm happy I don't have it printed yet, because I am doing a lot of trial and error with my planner to see what I like, the flow of it, to see that it accommodate how I see things. And here, this is what I call, I guess I could put it up here, my paycheck slash deposit. Paycheck slash deposit assignment sheet. Do I have enough room? Yes. This is where I take the information from these sheet for my inflow or paycheck deposit. That'll help. From my paycheck deposit assignment sheets, and then I map it out on the calendar on how that's going to look for that week. So yeah, that's why I have two different calendars. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start preparing for the weeks throughout the month. So there is only 4 weeks this month. September last month was a golden month. And I am going to start preparing each week with the information I mapped out on this calendar. So it's Friday. So that's going to go from next month. Let me write this down. Okay, last month, last week paycheck. So I gotta tell myself this because I have this here for the first, but the actuality of this situation, if I could pull up my calendar for this month, this is how it actually looks. This is it. So it looked like I have it here down pack. And I guess I put rent Apple phone here, but it's actually gonna be on the first. Oh, I wrote on the sticker. It's gonna be over here instead. So yeah, okay. It's all gonna be for this week. Okay, I get it. All right, so let me see what time it is. So let me prepare for each week. And I said I probably would do my ledgers off camera, but I'm gonna try to do everything as much as I can here so you can see my whole budgeting process. When I tell you that I think I got this budget thing down pat, I think I do. Now, right here, I am only setting up the budget sheet. I am not actual doing the budget. This is what I prepare for to do my weekly budget with me for y'all so I can show y'all on video. All right, you guys, I just completed filling in the each documents for the week. So I will know how each week is going to look for the month of October, and it's looking pretty good. So I don't have a week 5, so this hasn't been filled out. So the next step in this journey is filling out my ledgers. After that, I'll be completed for the whole entire month of October. I'll be set and ready to go, and I am so excited. This makes me feel so happy, makes me feel so accomplished, and everything is completed. It's amazing. Mind you, find the budgeting method that works best for you. This is mine that I enjoy doing because it's so detailed. It operates just like how my brain operates. So know what's going on for the month, budget for the month, budget for each individual income or inflow source. Each inflow source have its own budget on the sheet. I break down each inflow source by the pay week, paycheck, or deposit. I identify what will be responsible for what. Then I map it out on this calendar. The only discrepancy I had was up here. It didn't go with the flow with the week, so I'm gonna have to redo week number 4 for this last week of September. I put a note right here for myself that I'm gonna have to put this expense on the last week of September, week number 5, because it's not flowing with the rest of the month of October. So I'm gonna have to update that off camera. And I will, because I already did like a video of a budget actual, and it's too late now. I'm gonna just update it to off camera. So this is done. And I hope you can see the flow. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. There's no week 5. And then I budget for, well, I track my expenses via accounts. I don't do expense trackers. I do bank ledgers or account ledgers, because you can also use cash for this type of ledger as well. And on this page, I do account spending plan, because sometimes I have an idea of what's going to happen in that account and I need to make documents for that. I came up with this idea because of my fund money account. I like to budget my fund money differently from my overall budget. I'm gonna need to start doing that, because if you notice that when it comes to my videos, okay, I just dropped one. My green binder hardly gets stuff, and this green binder represents myself, and I don't always consider myself in my budget, and it has been I mean, I do because I have fun money, but it goes to other things than just my self-care. So I'm gonna start trying to incorporate this in here by going back to how I used to do it back in the day. And back in the day, I planned my fund money and rank it by top priority, first, second, and third, and if I got it and if I'm going to get it next month. So I had a whole system to deal with that. And I have 4 of these tall bank ledgers, long bank ledgers, and I have these small bank ledgers because I have other accounts that are active but not as active as the other accounts that I use. So I use these to keep track of my accounts. Sometimes Adobe prints out differently. As you can see, I hate that. I didn't want to waste this paper, so I'm like, it's going to be used. See, it's printed out. This is smaller than this. I hate that. Yes, so this is my monthly reset month of October. I hope that you enjoyed this videos. If you have any question as to why I do certain things, or if you want me to slow down and show you everything that I'm doing, I can create a video for that. I'm just very thorough when it comes to understanding what my money is doing. So if you're interested, let me know in the comment. If you enjoyed this content, please comment, like, or subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss a next video. Until next time, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.